Yeah, it's our top viewed reel now.
Nice. I love watching it.
Well,
especially with people I know.
Have we started?
No, not yet.
I feel like we've started.
No, the timer didn't go off yet. Unless maybe it did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Somewhat Tipsy podcast.
You're excited today.
Sorry, for the first time I took a gummy before the show, and that's just kind of kicking in.
Jesus. What have we gotten into?
It was I thought I was getting the gummy bear. It wasn't a gummy bear.
Now I'm breaking stuff. My mic isn't even together today. I got to put my own equipment together.
Is this how your week's been so far?
It's been a week, dude. I'm telling you. It's been a week. I love waking up in the morning, and I'm sure you get this. And all of a sudden, there's 12 text messages. And by the way, it's only 8:15, and I didn't go to bed till 3. So it's not like I slept in. Already 12 text messages. 3 people want checks. 2 people want to know if they cannot work. 6 people want to know when this is happening. I'm like, I just woke up. I really need to have like good music playing. And then I think I wake up to Sandstorm or something. That's what my alarm goes off to. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm up raving, talking about writing checks. I'm like, this is not fun to wake up anymore.
Oh, dude, you got to change your alarm. I wake up to John Mayer, and it is just such a joyful wake
I
up.
would keep sleeping during that. I need to feel like I'm at a rave in order to wake up. A rave. Like, I'll sleep right through that. You put on some Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, I am out, dude. I am not even waking up. I'll probably put me more into sleep.
No, man, I wake up to Free Fallin' with John Mayer, and it's just an easy way to wake up. You can't be mad. The guy's got a voice of an angel.
I will try that one day. I'm calling you, though, when I wake up.
Yeah.
And going to curse you out and hang up the phone
No,
and go back to bed.
you'll tell me how happy you were when you woke up.
I will not.
It was just a better day.
If I ever call you and tell you how happy I was, I'm dead, okay? Never going to happen. But we'd like to welcome the show, Karli Underwood. Karli Underwood, I'm sorry. I'm kidding with you. Karli Underwood, which I called Joe and said, hey, I got Karli Underwood on. He goes, you got Karli Underwood on? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he said yes.
I said yes.
Basically,
yes. Yes, this is the local, better version, Karli Underwood.
Well, welcome to the show.
I mean, I heard she's a metalhead now, so.
Is she?
Yeah. She was jamming out at somebody's concert the other day as a metal.
I saw that. Yes.
I was like, what the heck is
Didn't
this?
they all? I remember Vanilla Ice went metal. They all, you talking about like hardcore metal?
Yes. Like, I did not expect that.
Huh.
That's awesome, though. I mean, going to a
She
different...
got black eyeliner on and up here like now all her pictures.
Now I'm going to have to send you the video.
Do you get that a lot? Do you get Karli Underwood? Or
Like-
Karli Underwood, I'm sorry. Now I got it.
I wish I got my own name, but no, literally, I was just saying, like, when I would, like, have a substitute teacher when I was in school, like, they would call Ro and they would call it Karli Underwood, and I was like, that's me, like, because you just get so tired and
Of
get
correcting
used to
people?
so you're just like, yeah, it is. And then that's like the thing is, like, you tell them, first of all, everybody talks about my accent because I live in Florida. And
What accent?
yeah. And they're like, they're like, you're not from here. And I'm like, what gives that away?
Where are you from?
From Virginia, but lived the last like 5 years in Tennessee. So I claim
Where in Tennessee?
Outside of like Gatlinburg and Sevierville area.
So is downtown Nashville what it's all claimed to be?
Depends on how you look at it. Depends on if you're drinking or not. So.
Did you see that Snoop Dogg's open up a bar in downtown Nashville?
I mean, everyone else is. Why not?
Country artists are opening up bars. Where did Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre come? I'm just going to open up a bar in the middle of Nashville.
Well, I mean...
That's like opening up a country bar in Compton.
It might do well.
It might
You
work.
think a country bar in Compton will do well?
I think it would get some business.
Tim McGraw's downtown Compton. You're their blood or a crip and you can't come.
No, but I think if Posty opened one downtown Nashville, that would work really well.
Post Malone,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
But he rides that country line.
Yeah, but I think that would go like great.
Post Malone bar.
Love that guy.
What would you
So
call it?
nice.
Posty bar?
Yeah, Posty bar.
I like that.
Going to the posty.
Posty bar. I'm going to buy that website tonight. Postybar.com. You can buy it from me. Karli Underwood got to be postybar.com.
Once you buy it, I'll message his manager. Let him know.
Yeah, like, I saw this on here. You better buy it. Appreciate you. Working
Already
together.
named
Working
it for
together.
him.
Appreciate it.
It was funny, man. I was listening to the Bobby Bones show this morning on my way into work, and they were talking about how, there's this theory about JonBenet Ramsey, how she's still alive. And,
Of course, her and Tupac and Elvis, they're all hanging out together.
And they were saying how the co-host Morgan looked like, an adult version of what JonBenet would have looked like today. And, I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, that is just ridiculous. And then Karli walks in, and I'm like, holy shit, JonBenet's alive.
And she does pageants.
And she does pageants.
So we have it out.
No, but
How old
literally-
would she be right now, though?
That is a great question. I don't know, probably in her 20s, I would assume.
I would think in her 30s.
I would say in her
30s.
30s.
Yeah. Was it that long ago?
Yeah. It was in the 90s, right?
She was probably
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She was 6'7" in the 90s, which means, let's say she was born in 90, so she'd be hitting 34, 35 if she was alive.
Yeah.
I'd say somewhere mid 30s, I would say.
Well, how old are you, Karli?
24.
Liar.
God, telling Karli she looks 35. She's never coming on our show
Wow.
again.
Yeah, right.
Wow, great job insulting a host in the first 12 minutes.
I don't even think I made the first 5.
Jeez. Show walk. Hey, that could be a good one. She slams the door and leaves. Well, I guess we got another guest coming in. So, Karli, not only do you do pageants, and how long have you done pageants?
Literally since I was a few weeks old. My first one was probably our big like Virginia, Kentucky district fair pageant. So it was 2 states and like 1 in a little fair pageant. And it was huge. And it was my first one. I think there was like 30 contestants and I was like first runner up. So that like got my mom on this pageant fever.
Well,
And
now, did you decide to do this when you were little? And like, Mom, I want to do this? Or did Mom say, this is what we're doing?
I think for me, where I was just a few weeks old, like it started that
Well,
way.
obviously,
Yeah. For the first few years. And I think at like 6 or 7, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I had won a pageant, came off the stage, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then when I turned like 13, I just wanted to do them again. And honestly competed from like 13 to 18-ish and then started directing and judging and coaching. So
That's awesome. So the pageant life, you see whatever you see on TV, but there's probably so much more behind the scenes that goes into.
They're putting
more than just
eyelashes
one
on
day.
7-year-olds and hair and makeup that are taking 3 hours and
yeah,
dresses that are $5,000-$10,000 dresses. I mean,
it's real.
do you ever think it's too much?
I think that it's very like seeing the like Toddlers and Tears, for example, that show back in the day.
How accurate is that?
It's really, it can be, but I think they Hollywoodize it a lot. There's different types of pageants. Like there's semi-glitz, which is what you see on the TV. And then there's like semi-glitz and natural. So like you can literally see a natural girl with this pageant system might do their own logo t-shirt with jeans, and there's girls like that have no makeup on. Then you can go up to like you see on TV, like these fake eyelashes, fake hair, all those types of things. So it can be like you see it on TV, but honestly, there's a lot more to it than just what you see on TV. So
7-year-olds in the tanning bed and getting spray tanned, and just the amount that goes into the amount of money, and the momagers have got to be the worst ones.
Yeah, the moms are always the.
I've
thing.
seen on YouTube a little bit. I see drag out fights at these things, like 2 moms
happens.
or 2 dads going at it, and it's like, wait, your kids are just walking; they don't even know what's going on.
No,
and 2
literally.
moms are going at it, like fist fighting over a pageant that their 7 and 8-year-old daughters are in. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think my first year of directorship, I was just 18, so I literally just became like an adult and decided I wanted to be a director in my hometown. And I remember like my first experience being like, I was like so scared of the moms, right? But then like I had a pageant dad come to the pageant practice, and he was like so mean to me, and I was like, I'm just doing my job. Like he was so like, I don't know, like I couldn't imagine my dad being like that. You know what I mean? He was just really overprotective and like you said, a momager, but as a dad. Like,
Is there such thing as a dadager?
I guess
Exactly.
there
That
is.
guy was a jerk, though, so it really doesn't matter which one he is.
So
I was like, okay.
that was kind of leading in my question. That was a perfect segue. So like when I was growing up, as a kid,
Were you in the pageants?
I was not in the
I
pageants.
was going to say, I want
there's
to.
boy pageants.
Wait, hold on. There's boy pageants?
Yeah, like as these little like 0 to 5-year-olds, little boys definitely they do pageants too.
No.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid playing sports. So like, that was in the 90s. So like our dads were just drunk in the stands yelling obscenities at us. That was pretty much our game day.
We're hitting on the single moms.
Yeah. Now, like, what was the parent aspect? Like, were they pre-gaming and drinking while the pageant was going on? Because there's got to be some partying at some point.
I feel like, okay, so my mom, like, she was chill because she was, like, also the one, like, doing my hair, makeup, and all the things, so she had to be, like, okay. But I just, like, my dad had to be drunk. Like, he had to have been drunk. He would come in and he would, like, okay, like, first of all, he'd smoke about 10 cigarettes before he would come in because he's, like, so stressed out about it. And then he would literally, like, I'm not even kidding, sit on the edge of his seat and, like, tap his hands, feet, and all the things. I'm like, you're making me a nervous wreck, and I'm literally on stage, and
And you're 7.
yeah, I'm like 7. I'm like,
Right.
I'm just up here, like, crying because I'm so stressed out. So yeah, that's my mom was fine, but my dad was like, and like he was like, I don't want to come, and then I'd like cry because I'm like, I need you to be there, Dad. Like you're like my favorite person in the world. Like you have to be there. And then like it was always a thing. It's like I made him come, but at the end of the day, I was like, I should have just left him at home because he's like stressing me out.
As a dad, though, you can't say no to that.
No.
Like, you're my favorite
Little
person in the
7-year-old.
world. I'm like, what do you want me to
little
do?
7-year
I will do it.
7-year-old with eyelashes and all makeup. Dad, please come. And you have to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like crying my eyelashes off and stuff.
So do you think, what would you change in the pageants nowadays? I mean, do you think that that something needs, I feel the ones I've seen here and there, they're a little fake.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just drawn out or they're scripted
Right. I get that.
a little too much for me. Like it's almost like a movie.
Right. So I'm like proud of the way I put mine on because mine is more or less about stage presence more than like looks. So you could look at my score sheets and see like it's more about how much effort you put into like, normalizing like walking in heels and like how you carry yourself. Do you have self-confidence in yourself? Not more or less like who has the most expensive gown. So
Or who's the prettiest girl out there.
right. And so
Or I guess prettiest guy too, right?
right. But I think a big thing is I categorize my pageants as semi-glitz. So a girl could come literally in a Sunday dress, or she could come in a $10,000 dress. They're going to be on the same same stage,
level, which is really
same
cool that
level.
you do that because some people can't afford the $10,000
Exactly.
dress and the hair and makeup girl, their mom's doing it.
Right.
And this person can afford the $10,000 dress and the hair and makeup for $1,000 an hour.
Right.
They shouldn't have an advantage just because of money.
Right. And that's like another thing too is I think that I would change. A lot of people will grab judges from like in the same town and it's like almost like a who knows who type thing. And I feel like because, we're putting one on here in July. So I'm grabbing people from out of state that's not tied into like this pageant.
They're not best friends with the mom or
Right.
their daughters play
Right.
together or anything. So it's completely judged off your standards of what
Right.
you're looking for.
Yeah. And it's always so funny because like I judge too. So I feel like sometimes it's funny because I feel like the winners I always put up there are like kind of like a self-reflection of you. So like I try to always have a judge panel of different like ages, hair color, like you know what I mean? Like so that they can't like a panel of 3 blonde judges is not going to pick up like it's going to be a blonde winner automatically. You know what I mean? So I try to
You
like
have the blonde, brunette, redhead.
yeah, like we have all 3. So
I gotta start coming to her pageants more often.
they just fight it out,
They fight it out right.
And now, what is it, getting ready that day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, say you're getting ready for a pageant. What time are you waking up?
Like 4 a.m.
being a director or a competitor.
Competitor first.
Okay, so if you're a national level, you have like 7 phases of competition between interview, personality wear, swimsuit, so on and so forth. You're probably waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. to start getting your hair ready and your
Start
makeup
at 6
on.
p.m. start time or something,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
12 hours.
I mean, I did a pageant. I've won several. Like I've probably won over 100, 150 titles in my whole life. Like I've done a lot.
So your room's just got medals and gold hanging everywhere.
No,
huh?
literally, like I need to show you all my pictures of that. But I just, it just kind of depends. Like getting ready, it just kind of depends on what kind of pageant you're going to do. But where I was going with that was I've done pageants where it's just a day, right? Like you're going to be there. Registration's at 10 a.m., right? And then you go on one time during the day. But then I've been in pageants where you're literally there from Friday till Sunday evening and you're competing like every single day. So like I always would get so frustrated though because as a girl, like your hair by the 3rd day, like you've washed it so many times because you've had hairspray and like teasing and everything. You're like, okay, at this point, like my hair is just crazy because it's all frizzed up and stuff where you've had to wash it. And that there's been like literally mountains of hairspray.
Then you go home on Monday in sweatpants, t-shirt, and a hair bun. You're like, and no makeup for a
Yes.
week.
And
You're like,
your body, half of your body's orange and half of it's not from the spray tan. So
a lot goes into it. I mean, it's almost like a sport. You have to
Right.
prepare for it. You have to do things for it. You have to get ready. You have to practice.
a lot
your
of
walk.
coaching and things like that.
Now,
too.
how much of it, I know we've talked about, how much of it is staged? Like, do they tell you the questions that they're going to ask you so you can answer them? Like, what would you do if the earth did this? Like, do
Right.
they actually tell you what it is so you can prepare for it?
Some of the systems do. I feel like with a lot of the fair pageants, like those are really big in Virginia and Tennessee. It's not necessarily that they tell you, hey, this is your question. I've seen it 2 ways. So I've seen it, here's 50 questions, study them all, have answers for them. And I've also seen it where if there's like a pageant practice the day before, every contestant can write a question. They can share their question or not, and you might get you might get your own, you might get someone that didn't share what their question was, and then that day at the pageant, like you pull it out of the bowl and you're like, they read the question off, and hopefully you've heard it, and then
But it
there's
could have been somebody else's question.
Exactly.
You now have to answer,
and you don't know,
and your question somebody else may have to answer, and then you could be your question,
right? And you're like praying that everybody shares their question that they wrote that day, but also, I mean,
that's awesome.
And
I'm going to ask a question, then write a different one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like they could tell you a lie, like they could tell you something totally off the wall, or they could tell you.
So how much of this sabotaging goes on in there? I mean, you have women stealing women's curling irons and you know, come on, give me your best story. There's got to be that one lady, that one momager who did whatever she could to make sure her daughter will win.
Okay, so I'm like, it's hard with pageantry because you don't want to come off conceited. Like some girls like that, but feel like I'm super humble. But it got to the point at like as I got a little bit older, probably like 16, 17, I've been competing forever. I would literally have moms of contestants call my mom, hey, is Karli going to be in this pageant this weekend? And if she said yeah, they wouldn't compete. Like I would just automatically go up there and win because they would drop out.
So that's crazy. Are you talking about like how many the momagers are sabotaging? Like with my son, I would never let him cheat. I'd never let either of my kids cheat.
Would you do it?
But so here's the thing. With my son, I would make him do it the right way. My daughter, if she wanted to win and she did that, I'm sabotaging everybody. She gonna win.
Joe's outside popping tires, going to Walmart buying all the curling irons, hired 12 makeup artists, so there is none in that town.
I would never let my daughter know I sabotage people, but I'd sabotage everybody.
She'd be like, she's beautiful no matter what.
No, and like that's the thing too is like
come on, give me that one story though, Karli. You have that one story.
I feel like that is like the biggest one.
You have that one where that mom got caught stealing something.
No, but like there's so many times that girls will literally step on your back of your dress and just rip it. Like that has happened so many times.
To you?
Yes. Yes.
Like straight up.
Like right in front of the judges and all don't care.
Another contestant or a mom?
No, another contestant. Like they're out to get you.
Mom's never done anything to another contestant?
I've heard a lot of people, like I've heard my pageant coach, her daughter growing up was Miss Virginia 2007 or 2009, Miss Lauren Barnett. She's amazing. And the story goes that, or maybe I think it was Lauren, but the story goes that like apparently she asked the mom to help her zip up her dress or whatever, and
another mom,
yes, and the mom like ripped the zipper. I'm pretty positive that was from my pageant coach's daughter, but I remember that story so well.
And that was definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she's like, rip. Oh, sorry about that, honey.
Yeah, and then you're just out of luck. Like, what do you even do? Because like you can't go on stage or unless you're like clipped up.
Mom's pulling out bobby pins and super glue. Come on, if I was gonna do it, I have it all.
Yeah.
If it ripped, I'd be like, I got a seamstress here. Give me 30 seconds.
Right. No. Yeah. That's like you need the seamstress just on like right there,
yeah, the whole
ready
time.
to go. Yeah.
You made 10,000 from the pageant. Your seamstress was $100,000 this year.
Like, and that's like the thing too. A lot of people ask me like, what kind of like gifts or what do you win? There's like some that you win nothing like at all. You just win, your crown sash and things. But I've like had some cool things.
Are those crowns worth anything?
Honestly, I mean,
not worth anything, but I mean, are they like gold? Like winning a Olympic medal? It's
right.
It's gold.
It's the same thing.
Are they diamonds? Are they this? Or are they just like?
They're so pretty. Like they.
Was this bought from the dollar store and they come in and put it on your head? Like I don't know.
No,
I never got a crown when I was younger. I tried. It didn't work for me.
I think they're the equivalent of like that, a gold medal or something like that. So I mean, they're definitely good quality. Yeah. So, but.
And then you ride around the back of a car at the fairs, and then how it goes. I like that. Sit on the back of the car at 8 years old, waving at everybody.
Yeah,
is that
straight.
Is that the wave?
So I have like posture.
Is that what they teach? Is that what they teach you? Isn't that what they teach you? Is the wave?
Yeah.
And they teach
I hate
you
it. I hate it so
That's exactly what it is, huh?
I hate it so bad.
Every time
Jeremy's pretty good at it.
Every time I see Karli, I'm be like, "Hey, Karli, good to see you."
I'll smack you.
Hey, Carrie Underwood, good to see you.
That's just pushing.
I know. She's really gonna
she really is going to smack you.
She's going to walk out soon.
No, but the coolest like thing that I ever won, I think I won Miss Tennessee Citrus, which is tied to like the Citrus Bowl, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it was super cool because it was super cool because like you were able to go and be.
Maybe I'm walking out of the show if you keep this shit up.
It would be cool. It would be like you'd be able to go and make yourself like known and stuff at the Citrus Bowl, which I didn't get to end up going, but it was a cool experience. So
what's the most expensive thing you won? You win money? I mean, any of them worth?
A modeling contracts, like where I just could do it for free.
None more like 10 grand or 5 grand cash, whatever.
Maybe my mom would probably never have told me that, but not that I know of.
Your mom said, "That's my $5,000."
Yeah.
Great job, honey.
Honestly, she
We'll
spent
get you a
so
toy
much,
from
though,
Burger
she
King.
deserved
Yeah,
it. They're expensive to be in.
But do you think the mom likes it more than the kid on average? I mean, do these girls actually?
Probably.
I don't want to say they actually like doing this, but do you actually think they like doing this, or do you think it's mom likes them doing this?
I think
Because you said there was a point you walked away. You said, "I'm
Right.
done." You
Right.
got off stage when you were 7 or 8 or
Yeah.
9. You said, "I'm done."
right.
Do you think that a lot of kids are forced to keep doing it?
I think the probably most of like 0 to 10, yeah. But I think after that age, like you get to decide, you know, like at that point, you're like, I don't want to do this or I do want to do this. And I honestly think they shaped me into who I am today. Like my communication skills are like solid because of pageantry, because of all the interviews and things I had to do.
You definitely hold yourself older too.
Yeah.
Like just talking to you, if you were like, "I'm 33, I would believe it."
Right.
How you hold yourself.
I've always been told that like I'm an old soul.
Because I think the questions, you were around a lot of adults when you were younger,
Right.
and you couldn't just, get on the corner and play with your toys and cry. Like you had to like speak to adults at 7, 8, 9, 13 differently than a normal 8, 9, 10-year-old.
Right. And I remember like getting social media for the first time. I was like 10 or 11 or so, and like I had to be so careful about like what I'd post or things like that, because like judges actually will go and look at your social media beforehand too.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I do it when people interview.
I always ask, "What's your Facebook, Instagram?" Like, oh.
Well, you would just think like with a competition, like just so small or big, you know, like, I don't know, like sometimes too, it's like for my pageants, I don't give them the names beforehand, because like if they were to somehow crazily be like connected to somebody from like distance, you know, I don't want them to know like who's competing, you know what I mean? Because like I also don't want like I rarely ever will post who the judges are beforehand too, because I don't want like a contestant or a mom to reach out,
Yeah,
like,
to
you know
a
what I
judge.
mean, to a judge. So
All right, I want to ask
I
something.
would.
I want to ask something personal.
okay.
What was your talent?
I'm a dancer. I did dance.
What kind of what? Line dancing, country dancing? Like what did you when you
Literally,
said you danced?
it's so funny because I didn't even know line dancing was a thing until a few years ago. But
What?
yeah, I did not know that.
By the way, we have a bar, and every time we open the door, she's the first one in line. She's the last one to leave. We love
And I
her.
literally
She's important.
text him every week. What days are
Yeah,
we
she
line
texts me.
dancing?
I get a text on Tuesday. What day are line dancing? I'm like, this day. See you then. I come walking. Dude, I haven't even turned the lights on, and Carly's walking in the front door. I'm like, well, you want a
my
job
exercise.
here? I love it. I love it. You know
No,
I'm kidding with you.
give
I
me a
love
job.
it. I know. And if anything goes wrong at the bar, I know Carly will tell me exactly what happened.
Uh-huh.
This happened. I have them right here. Come and get them.
She knows exactly. She's like the security, non-security, bartender, not bartender, DJ, not DJ, like a little bit of everything. She's like she's like an assistant manager without the title and the position.
Like I have Pete.
Beautiful
Like
thing.
here's your list of songs I need to play tonight.
And Pete's like, yes, ma'am, I got you.
Yeah. No, I did. So it was weird because I grew up doing like chorus. That was my thing. And I did show choir, okay, like in middle school. And I only had to do talent a few times, and it was when I was younger. So I think that I did one of the like numbers from show choir.
Because talent's more the younger generation, right? Like once you get about
So-
10, 11, it's more speaking
Right.
and the dress and the bikini and the different styles
Right.
that you're. It's less about you going out. What?
He's educated.
I'm a very educated, diverse person.
in the.
Did you not know this? That's why Joe chose me on this show.
Yes, your knowledge
What
of
is up
pageants.
with
I
you
was like,
two?
there it is.
What is up with you two tonight? Tell me about sports. You don't know I'm educated. Carly,
just here.
if you walk out, I'm going with you. Carly, we're walking out. I'm going with you. We'll go to
Let's
the.
go. Can we go line
We'll go
dance?
to Fulham
though?
and start line
It's
dancing.
not for line dancing,
I'm
but can we go?
respected there. I'm not respected here.
Get no respect.
No respect.
So what dancing did you do when for your pageants?
Well, it was like I said, show choir production, so probably like I don't know, like a jazz type thing.
So you had a routine that you
A
played.
routine.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
can't even remember. Like it was some like weird thing I did, but I did good with it.
Baton twirling is one.
Oh my
Singing
gosh,
is
that'd be
one.
so cool. My mom was a baton person, but I feel like when I got to school, like baton was not a thing anymore, or at least not in my area. I don't see it anymore.
I say we had a baton girl on last week.
I see it a
Or
lot
2
at
weeks ago.
college, universities, though. I still feel like we have that,
Yeah.
but I don't see it like.
Was your mom in pageants?
Yeah, she was not as heavy as I was into them, though. Like only in a few,
Do you think? So you think she kind of
probably.
pushed you into that? Said,
Probably.
"Honey, you're doing great. Let's get first place." I didn't
Yeah.
Always get first place. But
Exactly.
you seem to really you went a long way with it.
Yeah.
So you were talented, beautiful, smart. You did the whole thing because it's not just one or the other.
Right.
You can be smart, but if you're not talented, I mean, it all kind of flows together.
Right. And I think, I don't know, reputation goes a long way in pageantry too. You know, how you treat people behind closed doors.
So don't be pulling up dresses and ripping little girls' dresses. Gotcha. I have to remember that.
No, but like even where I did so many, I experienced like the same judges a lot too. Like they watch your attitude after the pageant. If I don't know, like I would always be so emotional when I would win. I would literally be teary-eyed.
Were you shaking?
No,
you grab the flowers?
I really
and you
would
put
be.
the really?
No, I'd like cry because I was just really emotional. I think I had like a lot of self-esteem issues growing up, so it meant a lot to me. And so I don't know, like they'll watch you because I'd always like cry and then I'd be like, thank you. I would literally make a point to go to the judges and be like, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for seeing that.
And
in
at
me.
8, 12, 13, that's really great. When
Right.
you were that young to thank the judges, they probably didn't get that a lot.
Right. And I think that goes a long way because they're probably like, oh, that's that one girl that was actually really appreciative. Like that we gave her the title last time. So.
All right, I'm going to ask this again, Carl. I need your one best story. That story you'll never forget. The dad hopping over the stage. Mom just like, you've got to have that one story for me.
I can't think of any.
You're in that industry. There was never one thing that was just like, oh my God, that guy just dove on the stage and tackled the judge. Like,
I feel like I have like my coping mechanism in life is just to like
block it out.
Block it out. So that's
she's going to go home and look at a video. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember this.
No, I think like for me, like an overcoming moment though is I did my first big pageant, which was the Miss Tennessee Citrus pageant, and I never had done an on-stage question before. And that's really like intimidating, for your first time, let alone being so young. I was probably like 15.
Did you know the question?
I had no idea.
No idea.
No
Random
idea.
question. You just pulled out of a bowl and said, this is my question. What was your question?
What was your most prized possession and why? And I cherished, like, my biggest thing when I was growing up was a purity ring. That was really big, like, dear to me. And I just remember, like, talking about the purity ring, but also, like, crying because it's an emotional topic for me. And, like, I got through the question, and then I remember coming off stage and, like, bawling because I thought I didn't even remember what I said or how I said it. Like, did I finish the question? And I remember telling my mom, like, let's go home. Like, it was first day, and I was like, let's go home because there's no way. Like, I just bawled. Like, I did terrible. Yeah. And I ended up winning that weekend. I would have never guessed that, ever.
Now, and you were 15, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Now, being in school, so you're a sophomore or junior at that point?
Yeah, probably sophomore.
Now, I'm sure, all your friends and everybody at school sees this.
Mm-hmm.
How does that go
Joe
over?
was still in 8th grade when he was 15.
Oh, come on. But how does that go over?
So I was, like, really bullied in high school. And at that time, I thought it was just a me thing. And now I look back and I think that all of these girls were probably more, like, intimidated and took it out on me because they...
And the boys, you pick on the ones you like. You pick on the ones you want to be with.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to say it's a compliment. It's hard to think that when you're 16, 17. Yeah. But they were almost more jealous of the woman you were and the one they want to be with. I mean, we remember kids, you make fun of the little girl you want to date or the little... Not date, but, that you like. Yeah. And so on. So I don't think that ever changes as hard you grow up.
Right. Yeah, I think that they were, like, because I look back now and I was like, I literally was doing pageants every weekend and winning all of them. So, like, how would you, I would feel the same way if I was there.
But you're a pretty humble person. I really doubt you went to school like, I'm the most beautiful girl in school.
I wouldn't talk about it. Like, that was never a conversation. I didn't want people to know. Like, if they saw it on my mom's Facebook, that's fine. Like, I would post here and there about it. But, like, it was not like, hey, I just won this huge freaking pageant this weekend. Like, that's
Look
not
at me.
Yeah.
Good for you, though.
Yeah, I'm not like that,
So would you do? You can still do pageants. Would you ever do another pageant?
So weirdly enough, I started directing in 2018, so for like several years ago. Because
I'll come and smoke 10 cigarettes and sit on the end of my chair. I'm down.
Please do.
I'm down, dude. I'm down.
So in 2022, where I'd been coaching and I had been like not competing for several years, I had decided I was like, okay, I could be in the MS division, right? And so
what's MS?
So it's basically
multiple sclerosis. No, can't be that. Can't be that.
Over the age of like 21, 22.
What does MS stand for?
Just misses, but
miss.
Instead of MISS, like a 18 to 20 division.
Yeah.
It's like the age up, right?
Gotcha. Okay. Is there an MRS?
There is. No,
MRS?
that's married.
Yeah,
MRS is married. And then you got elite misses for 50 and up.
Elite misses? I didn't know that one.
Yeah, elite misses. But yeah.
No, I've never been to one of those. Don't look at me.
Oh, yeah, you don't know that one.
One of those. I don't know that
Jimmy,
one.
he doesn't know that
Jimmy,
kind
I don't know that one. I only that one.
No, but I did compete in one in 2022, and it was a national title, or no, a state title again. And it was one of my friends' acquaintance, she had put on a Miss Tennessee pageant near me, like an hour away, and I had won that one too. And I was like, I did not expect that either because I had not competed in so many years, and I was like, what the heck is going on?
That's great though.
Yeah.
So I would compete.
So when's your
again,
next one?
but
I want to hear about the next one.
I need to do Miss Florida title now.
You need Miss Florida.
Yeah. But I do think it's important. People will make fun of you for competing at this, like whenever you get past 20, you know. But I think it's honestly it's fun. It's something to do. Like there's people that always are looking for hobbies and things to do that, you know, they haven't found that, or they haven't found their community, and pageants are a great place for women trying to find that. So
And that's got to be good for connections too.
It is,
You
yeah.
know, when you win a pageant, I'm sure, you know, you're doing interviews, you're in the paper, and I'm sure that introduces you to, it's a lot of networking.
Did you get sponsorships? Did people like car dealerships come
Right.
do a commercial? We'll pay you X amount, or come, you know, our jewelry store and wear this little thing. I know you're 15, 16, but wear this and we'll get this. Like,
Right.
did you get a lot of sponsorships? Is
There
that something
was-
that's big now, or is that kind of like out the door?
There is a lot of that. Like I said, a lot of modeling contracts come from that. Like there's Disney scouts all the time, like people trying to get you to come and do this and that. But honestly, my mom would never let me. I don't know, like honestly, why she felt that way, but she would always decline those when I would win pageants. So I don't know.
Well, the entertainment
Would you wanna
industry
do it?
back then was
Probably. I love modeling. Like I've done some like little small modeling shoots and stuff. I think it's fun. It's a good way to, like, it's an outward expression of yourself. I feel like it's fun.
Now, the pageants you are putting on now,
Mm-hmm.
what's your prizes?
So usually for the MISS, like senior in high school to like college age, we do a scholarship fund. So it's just to be able to further their education, whether that be college or if they want to go to a trade school or something like that, or small business, because obviously I'm a small business too. So
You're getting there. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So for that, I always try to do a scholarship, and then honestly, we have a really good like outcome, and people like to. We have a good outcome to people like responding to me saying like, "Hey, I'll donate something from my small business to all these goodie bags and stuff." So we put like goodie bags together, and then obviously they get their sash and crown and things like that too. So it just depends on the pageant and who wants to like donate at that time too.
That's really
Because
cool.
I try to make it a low like entry fee, you know, so there's not like a ton of money I can just spend for extra things like that. So
A lot of donations and sponsorships, I'm
Right.
sure, help. Like,
Right.
you know, we talked about this, and I was like, we're not going to charge a rental fee because it just makes sense. I want you to do this, and it's good for people to see there, but I can't charge some huge rental fees and all this
No.
stuff because it's got to make sense for you at the same time.
right, yeah. I try to make it fun, low cost. I want like
And what's your age group that we're the one we're doing?
all ages. So from 0 to 100, like they'll be all the ages.
Are there different categories?
Yes.
Obviously, we said so. It's when you say 0, it's babies. Is that what?
Right.
What's the categories?
It's like 0 to 1, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, et cetera, et cetera.
What do you ever have like only two people show up for that category?
Sometimes, and like if they're, say it's like a baby and then like a wee miss child, like 2 in the baby miss and then there was nobody in a wee miss. If that were to be the case, I would just like crown both of them. You know what I mean? Because it would just make sense. But there is sometimes like you win or you lose. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. It just depends on numbers.
So what's the biggest ones? Probably what? Preteen, teen, and 20s is probably the biggest show out for it.
It's so weird. There'll be sometimes that I have 100 babies, like like no kidding, 20, 30 babies, right?
And
And
when you
there's
say babies, you're talking
like 0 to 1,
0 to 1.
right?
And mom's walking them down with
Yes.
with a dress on.
Right.
And-
And then there'll be 0 and miss. And I'm like, how does that make sense? We're literally giving away money to win, you know? So, and then there's been times where I've had 20 girls in the miss because they're all wanting scholarship money, and you can't blame them, you know? Even
Yeah.
if they've never competed before, they're like, heck, let's just do it. I have a prom dress. I'm ready to go, you know?
miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah. And it's a great experience once again. And like, there's girls literally spending thousands of dollars on prom dresses. Why are you not just competing to get your money's worth out of it? Because it's literally going to go in your closet and you're only wearing it one time. So might as well you do it for a pageant or something with it, you know? So
That'd be a good thing for doing one for women with their wedding dresses.
Yeah.
To get it one more time. Just
Single
do a
or
wedding
married?
dress.
Single or married?
I
I don't know where you're going with
I
this.
threw mine in the trash. So I don't know what y'all mean.
Married or prom dress?
was gonna
Married.
what?
Yeah.
You're married?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Oh,
Let's get into
here
it.
we go. All right, this is gonna be a 4-hour show. So how did this happen? You're 24, right?
Yeah.
Are you divorced?
Yeah.
So you've been married and divorced at 24.
Yeah.
Any little kids?
No.
Okay, so when did you
I'm
get
good on that.
when did you get married?
I was 20, not even 21. I couldn't even drink at my wedding.
But you did though, didn't you?
No.
No?
I'm a by the book girl. Like I am.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's why I call her when I need something.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Carly,
Hold
what are you
on.
doing? She's like, listen, this person's doing this. This person's doing this. I'm like, thank you, Carly. I appreciate your honesty.
Purity ring.
Yeah.
Save yourself for marriage. There it is.
Yeah.
So you were married at 20 and divorced at
21. Literally the day our wedding anniversary, I served the papers. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. You only can cheat on me like a handful of times, and I'm like, all right, you got to go.
You know, Kim Kardashian lasted longer than you, girl. Come on.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding.
I know my worth, you know.
Of course.
There's a point where you can fix things, and then there's a point where things just become irreparable. Like it's one thing. It's
Like Joe and I's relationship on the show today. Gotcha.
He thinks it's so
still love
because
you.
you don't know football. So
Right, right. And I know all about beauty queens over here that he's over here.
So you're gonna help me with my pageant. That's
Done.
what it is.
Done. But I'm straight. I'm not going there and be like, girls, we got this. No.
No. Yeah. I just I've never had a healthy relationship to base anything off of. I have like nobody in my family has been like actually married and remained married. So
Mom and dad?
No, literally don't even remember them ever being together.
Brothers, you have any brothers, sisters?
Only child. Yeah. So I've never seen a healthy relationship, and it took me a while. Like I used to like let men just run all over me, and then like whenever his like best friends are like come to my storefront and close the store, like we need to talk. Like he's cheating on you, but it's like been so many times at this point, like you look stupid. Then I'm like, okay,
Wow.
like you gotta go. You gotta go. Like I want to. I'm such a nice person. I'm like I want to be like you're a great person, but you got to go. But at the same time, like there's a point where like you cannot like you can't. How do you feel okay doing that all the time? You know.
Was there any indication of that like before, when you were just dating?
I think that I was very blind to it. I think that there was lots of signs, but
Say blind or blonde?
blind. I mean, I'm blind too.
I think I'm very blonde to it. I'm like, all right, I got you.
That too, but no, I think I was blind to it, and I was so wrapped up in like I want to be a wife that I just let it happen. And then I feel like when you're young, you're like marriage is the answer; it's going to cure everything. Yeah. And then you're like, this is hell, like hell on earth. So
I'm happy for you that you didn't take the next step, because a lot of, especially young marriages,
they'll have
get
a kid
married and then they think a kid will fix it.
Yeah.
He won't
And
cheat
then
on me
it's
if I
full,
get it. If we
man.
have kids, we
That's
have this, he'll be
crazy.
a different person.
no, I think
You want to get married again? Don't worry, I'm not proposing to
I
you
was gonna
today.
say,
I'll wait till after your show. Not now.
No, I go back and forth with it. I'm terrified. It's hurt me in relationships the last few years because I'm like really hard. Like I have a hard time committing now.
You gotta remember, not everyone's like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working through that. Like
You know,
I
and
really
it takes
am.
time. It
Yeah.
takes time, but not just because one person did something doesn't mean the other three are going to.
Right.
But also, you know what to look for,
Right.
and you'll see signs and things that will. That doesn't look right. That's reminding
Right.
me of Todd. Bill's doing the same thing Todd did, so I need to change my look more into that. I think you're smarter about it now.
I think that it's like, I think too, I am like more strict on myself with like, does his like outlook on how a household should look is like important to me, like spirituality, that's important to me, like things like that.
What does household look like? What, you want a modern house? You want a country house?
Well, I just like, there's like the roles of like a man and a woman, like everybody sees it differently. I come from the Bible Belt, so I see things a lot differently than most people probably here do. And just things like that's really important. Whenever I was young, I didn't know what that even meant, so.
Yeah, there is, depending on where you live, there is different definitions of marriage, at least not definitions because it's not a written rule.
Right.
But I mean, growing up, I kind of always thought marriage was, well, okay, I work, I make the money, she cleans the house, takes care of the kids, and then you
But
wake
is that
up
what
and
your
it's not that.
Is that what your parents did? Were your parents married?
My parents did kind of like yours, but they were never together when I can remember. Like,
Were they married or just not?
No.
See, my parents got divorced at a young age too, but I was young. I was like, I don't want to get married. Like I like living free. I like doing what I want, when I want, how I want. Not I'm saying you can't do that in a relationship, but
Wait, have you ever been married?
never been married.
No way.
25-ish and never been married.
No way.
I don't have kids. My longest relationship's 9 months. And I'm happy. And I am happy.
I'm blown away right now.
I'm happy.
I mean, that's amazing.
People think you need somebody else. And maybe people do. I don't. I like going home and shutting my door and it's all mine. Mm-hmm. I like that I can leave here and go to Orlando and have dinner by myself if I want.
It's amazing.
I can call some friends and go out to dinner. I like that I can go out with this girl tonight and that girl tomorrow night. And it's not about a sexual thing or dating multiple girls. I really don't.
Right.
I just like the freedom to do what I want, when I want, where I want.
Right.
And that's really what it boils down to. People are like, oh, you're 45 and you're single and this and this and this. Like, I just like that I can do what I want.
Yeah.
If I'm tired, I go home and go to bed. If I want to go back to work, I can work till 3 a.m. I don't have to feel like, are you cheating? Who's the girl in the background? That's my bar manager. Why are she here with you at 2 a.m? Because we're opening up a bar in 3 weeks. I don't have to deal with that. And I think I like that. And I see too many people that have to live by somebody else's emotions and someone else's feelings. I don't ever want to live like that. And I love it.
You make a really good point. I mean, well, just because, you know, it is, you know, having that freedom to not have to worry about if the other person thinks you're doing something wrong.
And people think that I'm single because I just want to sleep with a bunch of people. And that's really not it at all. I like that I can meet people, that if I do happen to be somewhere and I meet some girl, yes, I can have that opportunity if I want. But I don't go out and sleep with multiple women and go on multiple dates. And all I do, you see me with this girl on Monday, this girl on Wednesday, this girl Friday, same girl on Thursday. Like, I just like doing what I want.
Yeah.
And that to me is nothing wrong with that. It's what I value. And I like that about myself and I like about it.
Right.
Well, you got to love you some you.
I love me some me. Terrell Owens said it best. That's football, by the way. Terrell Owens, I love me some me.
I think it was Chad Ochocinco, but yeah, fine. Or was it T.O.? I don't know.
I think I struggled with that too, though. Like always depending on somebody else, like up until when I was married. And then when I got divorced, it was the first time I had lived by myself other than like a dormitory.
Do you live by yourself now?
I don't, no. I live with a roommate right now. But like when I was in Tennessee still, I lived by myself for like probably 3 or 4 years. And like I found that independency. It was hard to find it. Don't get me wrong. Like it was hard.
I mean, when I'm hungry, I go get what I want.
Exactly.
If I don't want pizza, I don't get pizza. I mean,
it was like
your time of the month is your time of the month, not mine. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I hate to be so like that, but I'm really selfish when it comes to my time about me, but I care about people and I like to do things for other people, but I like that part of it. And some people need other people. Some people in this world, they can't get along without somebody else.
I felt like I thought I was like that too. Like it took, like I remember so many nights I just felt so lonely, like trying to learn who I was and stuff, like through like the divorce and everything. And then like I would always like stress out because I was like, I'm paying for all of this. I also have a storefront I'm paying for. Like I would get always so like worked up. But at the end of the day, like you make it work out, you know? And so, and I think that's why I have a hard time dating now, is just because like I did find that independency. And then also on top of owning a small business, not a lot of people understand like how much time really goes into that.
People don't understand how much time business. They think you're open 9 to 5, you're done.
Yeah.
There's ordering, there's staffing, there's taxes. I mean, you name it. There's hundreds of things you have to do. And Joe, you know this.
Yeah.
Before your bar even opens, there's 12 things to do. And just because it closes at 9 o'clock at night doesn't mean I'm done at 9 o'clock.
And you can never sleep ever.
Never.
Because you're always thinking.
Throwing them downstairs. I was saying,
so bad.
By 8:30, my phone has 12 text messages. Somebody wanted to get paid. Somebody's check didn't go through, but it's not even our fault. Their bank won't take it. Blah, 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 blah. And it's things you just can't, you have to deal with. As much as you want to be like, not my problem.
Yeah.
And when he want him to play the guitar again for you, could go, not my problem. So you becomes your problem. So I feel like I have 1,200 wives, 1,600 kids. I already have all those problems.
Are you just saying that because I text you asking about line dancing?
Here's another one. 8:30 in the morning. Carla's like, what's our day? I'm like, not even a good morning. I just get what days are line dancing? Can I get a good morning next time, please?
No, I just want to know because you switch it up on me every week.
I can't even get a good morning.
You switch it up on me every week. If you would just keep it consistent, I would give you a good morning. So give me 2 weeks of consistency, and then
Well, hey,
I'm single for a reason. There's no consistency going on here. Carly, you know that about our line dancing relationship here.
No,
but now what are we doing? What are we doing tomorrow?
Okay.
Tomorrow we're doing a competition.
Saturday.
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there.
But I'm saying I like switch. I think it keeps it interesting though, and I know what you're saying with the line dancing because like we want the line dancing consistency. But when you have an opportunity to do an event or do a band at the same time, I think it is. But I think we're starting to grow into the line dancing part at the bar.
Yeah.
And I think it's important because a lot of it's younger, it's older. We have the older group like on Thursdays that come out, and there's 50 people on the dance floor doing line dancing. We have the younger generation. Obviously, we're 18 and up bar, so 21 up to drinks. So we have a lot, but we don't get the kids in there. But, I mean, it's such a diverse crowd for line dancing.
And I like always try to post us on TikTok.
You
and
do great.
Honestly, like it brings a lot of people in because they're like, well, not just me. Like I'm just saying, people in general posting full moon on TikTok. Then people are like, I've seen this all over TikTok. Like I came to try. Like I've literally met someone 2 weeks ago that traveled from past Orlando to like see full moon and dance. It was so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Up to her as my marketing director.
Yeah, right.
Social media marketing director of Full Moon. She is.
I mean,
Look at it. She didn't
yeah,
say
she's
no.
like, all right.
I kind of feel like it most
You
of the
are.
time.
You are. It's true. So before I hire you as marketing director of our social media and bathroom attendant at Full Moon, let's talk about River Clay Boutique.
Yeah.
So a boutique. What makes it a boutique? Before we get into it, what is the definition of a boutique?
Well, there's so many. Like, there's literally furniture boutiques, there's clothing boutiques, there's children's boutiques, like, all these things. But mine's just defined as like an upscale. Let's just say that, something upscale. Women's clothing. It just means brand new stuff, trending things, and hand-curated, hand-picked things. So
Clothing. Women's, men's, mostly women's?
women's and dabbling into like kids here and there. Not a lot of
So not really
kids
men's,
yet.
mostly women?
Just women's, yeah.
And do you get your stuff wholesale? Do you buy it? Do you go to thrift stores and find things that are trending? I hate to say this, but thrift stores are trending now.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I know girls like, we're going to thrift store. I'm like,
Yeah.
you drive a
It's a trending
Ferrari and
thing.
you're going through it. We love these stuff. Like, it's almost like it's trending.
Right.
These old flannels
Right.
and these oversized like men's shoes that they're wearing because it's trending right now.
Right. I've seen a lot of people. Like, I mean,
Jerseys from
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I'm really wearing a jersey from Michael Jordan that I bought, when I was 15, I guess, when he
basketball?
played for the Wizards. It is basketball.
Thank you. I just want to make sure I clear that up.
Yeah,
Since I don't know sports.
So I go to boutique markets. So I just came back. That's why I was not able to be here last week. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, to handpick things from the boutique market. So they do it every 3 months. You get to go and pick out from your favorite vendors.
So wait a minute. It's a market. So these people are making these clothing or buying these clothing, and then you're coming in and getting to buy them at wholesale.
Correct.
They're making money. You're going to obviously spend money, and then you're going to go back to your store and make money.
Right. Yeah.
Are these designers that
Yeah.
are coming in there?
Yeah, there's literally small, like just starting out designers that are amazing, and then there's people that are seasoned. They've done this for so long.
Then you go in there and be like, give me 10 small, 10 medium, 10 extra. There's like, you get to pick the sizes?
It's unfortunate because like that's one thing with me is I don't have any size small customers. So we literally, people will come in my store and they're like, you just sell size smalls, and that's like literally not it. It's just like we don't have any small customers. Like, and the people that are size small want it extra large. Like, they want everything oversized. You know what I mean? So no, I have to go and buy packs. And so I wish that I could be like, I want 4 mediums and 10 larges, but it's like too small, too medium, too large, and everything. So
Got a business idea for you.
okay.
We're going to go into business.
Okay.
At Full Moon. What about doing your own brand? Because River Clay Boutique is a name, and people make businesses off of names. Look at like Bucked Up. Bucked Up doesn't make anything. They don't produce anything. They put a logo on a shirt and they made millions of dollars.
Right. Yeah.
Topless Hooker was another countryish brand in New Smyrna. The guy put it on a shirt. His wife was on a boat and he looked at her and she was topless. He goes, "You're a topless hooker." And that's how it brand became. What about taking your River Clay City, River Clay Boutique and putting on a shirt and having something with it where people want to buy that brand?
Yeah, it's a good idea. I feel like
Now you can pick smalls, medium, larges, and you can pick your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you can order by that. And maybe, I'm not saying do a t-shirt, a V-neck t-shirt, but why not take something like what you have on and put the brand on it?
it's finding the right people to be able to make that idea come true, though, because you have to find the right.
I know designers.
Oh well, then
I'm going to get you with designers. You give the logo, they design, and now you have some things.
Let's do it. I'm all for it. I love making, like, I literally ever since I was little, like, have like sketch designs, so it's like my favorite thing.
So you know what you want it to look like,
Yeah.
and they just need to produce and put it together and then make it.
We're on to something.
I think you got something.
Yeah, but no, and that was the thing too. Is
We'll talk about this at 3 p.m. when you get to the full moon.
No.
Would you like to be there
you,
early?
you have to wait till line dancing is over with.
Okay. She is focused.
I might miss
walk
my
in and
song.
wave. I'm like, hey, she's like, hey, talk to you afterwards. I'm like, whoa.
I'll see you later.
Karli Underwood just flipped me off.
It's in the zone, man.
She's in the zone.
I did do like a military line. I'm very pro military, and I did like a t-shirt military like brand, and it did really well. But
It was your logo and your stuff.
but I got really tired of like I was the one like making the t-shirts, and that was just a lot of work. Yeah.
We need to partner with somebody that can make them with
Right.
your logo. They're making $3-4. You're making $3-4 as an example, and everyone's happy.
Right.
Whatever the
I think
percentage
that'd be
is.
great.
But that's something that we need to try to find for you. So we'll talk after the show.
That'd
And
be cool.
It's a great idea, and especially at 24. I don't think at that age I was even thinking about opening my own business at that point. I think I was still having fun. I was partying. I was living my best life.
Getting arrested in Key West.
Was I 20? Yeah, I was probably around.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I was probably around there. But what, because for someone, at your age to have that drive and to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to do this and I'm going for it.
Yeah.
24, getting rent, paying taxes, phone
Divorced at 24 and going
Stop
for it.
rubbing it in, Joe.
Well, no,
That's fine. I'm proud of
We
it.
got it, all right, buddy?
well, no, it's a lot, a lot to take on at a young age and handling it very well.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
But the thing is, she's 34.
John Bonet.
No, I'm... We got John Bonet Ramsey. We got Carrie Underwood and John Bonet Ramsey here.
All in one.
No, but she grew up older than she was.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you, but at 10, again, you were dealing with adults. So I think pretend you're 34. What I'm saying is like, you've already been there. So doing this for you is awesome. But I think you already grew up knowing you were going to do this.
Right.
You already was there going to do it.
So I don't know. Can I get deep for a second?
Let's get deep.
Okay. First of all, I've done
We'll all
this
hug and cry in a minute. I'm down.
This is my 4th year of business. I've done this for 4 years, like going on 4 years. 4 years in July, right? But the reason behind all of this is because this is part of my testimony, and I'm really proud to talk about it. But it is emotional. I dated the same guy from high school to college. Like we were perfect, purity ring, serving at church together. That was a big thing when I was a kid. Come from the Bible Belt. Everybody loved him, loved me. He had a great family. They basically raised me. I have a lot of backstory that I don't really want to go into with my mom and dad. My dad's my best friend, but anyway. So his family, I literally stayed at their house 24/7. They're great. And Hunter was his name. And we ended up going to separate colleges. I went to Tennessee. He was still in Virginia, only 2 hours away. So he'd come and see me on the weekends and stuff. And we dated forever, all high school, almost all of college. And then one summer we were like, let's just take a break. Let's experience things. Let's not drive 2 hours one way for just a summer. You do your thing, experience life, hang out with your friends, do all this stuff, and I'll do the same. And we had all intentions of getting back together. Needless to say, we ended up dating other people during those months, but that was kind of the plan, we wanted to experience other
Experience
things.
it while you're young,
Right. So Hunter was actually tragically killed in a motorcycle accident in 2019 and shattered me, absolutely shattered me. And he had this big plan of being an engineer. He was so freaking smart. It was insane. He had a bright future ahead of him, money ahead of him, just everything you could dream of. The best person ever, never drank underage, nothing. He was 10 out of 10 best person I've ever met. And so I think holding his hand in his casket, I was in school to be something I didn't want to be. I was in school for my mom to be a teacher because that's what she wanted me to be, and I didn't want to be that. I thought I did, but at the end of the day, that wasn't my dream. So anyway, holding his hand in his casket, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm literally going to live for what I want to do, and I'm going to make my dream come true because he didn't get to live out his dream, so I'm going to live out mine. So that's where all my inspiration comes from.
That's awesome. He'll never be forgotten.
No, I literally will never let his memory die ever. So
that's awesome. Good for you.
I think you need a Hunter clothing line.
Exactly.
I'm serious.
I'd honestly.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Come up with something that was for him, whether him walking his dog or.
He's a motorcycle guy.
There you go. Hunt, something you can play off that, you know, and I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I think that's really, things that happen in your past mold you into who you are, but it doesn't have to change who you are, but it molds you into who you are.
Yeah. I'm grateful for it. I think that's, I don't know. I just want to make sure his memories always lived on and that he would be proud of me today. And I think he is. So
No. He is proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah. You're amazing. You are amazing. I know he's looking down on you, proud of you. Yeah. He's up there riding motorcycles.
Yeah, he does that.
But he looking, you know what I'm talking about? He riding a motorcycle, but he looking down once in a while when he stops to gas up and going, she doing good.
He's got a new Ducati up there. Don't even lie.
Exactly.
But turning a negative into a positive, I mean, that's the best thing you can do. And that's the best lesson you can give to a younger generation is look, you will get kicked. You'll get knocked down, but you can get back up and, you can make something of every negative situation and make it into a positive and become an even better person. And that's amazing.
Yeah. I think that people don't think drama and all these little kinks and stuff will come up when you're a small business owner, but we literally deal with it every day. You know, there's always stuff that we have to fight through. He said, she said this. And
8:30
it's
in
like,
the morning, your text message going off, phone calls. I just say we
you're
deal
like,
with
I
it.
never said that, bro. Like, I never said that. Like, it's like constant. And like, I'm like a super anxious person anyway, you know? So like, this stuff always has me so like, I'm always so anxious. That's why like line dancing is so important to me. I'm a gym girly and I also do line dancing. Like that's my
Because it's a workout
exercise.
for you.
It is. I mean, the other night I didn't wear my watch until I got to full moon. I had done 6 miles that night.
While you're line dancing,
Yes.
6 miles.
Wow.
Joe, we need to start line dancing.
Yeah.
I
You know the problem?
Like
I have 2 left feet. I don't think I can remember it.
I'll teach you.
No, there's no way. Like I would love to. But I don't think I could remember to step right, step left, knee
no,
up, knee down.
you'll get it. It's fun.
You've done it.
I'm a phenomenal dancer.
Okay, you're coming then.
When are you
You're
coming?
I am. I'll come.
You just put your foot in your mouth. When are you coming?
No,
to
I didn't.
this?
I'm actually pretty good. I could swing dance.
When are we doing?
No way.
I don't know. When is it? Yeah.
Hey,
Anytime.
Hey, Saturday night, the competition.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Like
It's $10.
I was
You're in.
trained.
Hey,
I was
but
a
you should
trained
judge it,
swing
though.
dancer.
Listen,
No, you should judge it though. For
tomorrow
real.
night we have the competition. You need to come.
All right. What?
No, I don't want him to judge it. I
No,
want
you'll
to see
be
his.
a great judge though.
I want
Yeah.
to see his 2 left feet out there trying to do this.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm a great dancer.
I just don't see you.
I'll show you.
Joe, I just don't see you out there doing it.
I learned how to
you do it
dance
right
in
now?
high
Let's see you right
school.
now. I'll put something on right now, and I want to see you doing the dance.
Yo, I am not going to take a gummy
Bro,
before
come
dancing.
on. I'll put something on right now. John Deere Green, I got you.
Yeah, that's the one you want to go with?
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
It's got like a little bassy in it and stuff. I got the remix of it. I like country. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not huge country. I like country. But I like the country where they remix it with like the
Hip hop.
hip hop or the house versions. Like, I got that John Deere Green song that I had to play, and then they put it into Funky Comedita and they blend it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I got some of the younger girls listening. They're like, this is cool. I like this, but it's a different beat. The one thing with me, country, is the beats per minute are a little slower.
I don't know. I honestly like the other music. Like I like country line dancing, and don't get me wrong, but like Scream by Usher is my favorite to dance to. I don't know. Like I go in competition mode in my mind when I dance that one every time. I love it. Yeah.
So when is it? Line dancing tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
All right. What time?
The competition starts at 7.
7. I just asked you. You probably know better. 7?
Who do you think she texted to find it out, buddy?
No, me and Malia were doing it already.
Yes.
All right. So 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
tomorrow.
I want to see you there. Enter company. I'll pay your entry fee. That's how much I want to see you do it.
I'm in.
$10.
A judge would be fun too. I'll do both. I can't do
You
both.
can
do
come
both.
and judge a beauty pageant though.
All right. Down for that. Be a judge.
Dude, male judges are the best.
I'm telling you.
Wait,
They
do you
are-
have female judges or male judges?
You
mostly?
can have either. Like my uncle, he's a bodybuilder. He used to compete like when he was younger. That's like the best kind of judges.
Yeah, but don't you want someone that's, no offense, Joe, I love you.
Why?
Don't you want someone that's in the business or retired from the business or been there? Like, please don't take it personally, Joe.
No,
I don't think Joe would be the best pageant judge.
Whoa. So let me just, I'll put my
Is that
credentials
from
out.
Gap or is that from Baby Gap? Like,
No,
what,
I will
seriously.
put my credentials on air.
I'm ready.
So I was a judge multiple times for Cowboy Bill's sexy bull riding contest, and I was a fantastic judge.
Karli and I are leaving.
We're out. Bye.
We're out.
I have judged competitions before.
Bull riding.
Bull riding, sexy.
Sexy.
Sexy bull riding.
Yeah.
So,
A judge?
20 and up girls in bikinis on a bull, and you're judging who can stand on there the longest and who
Sure.
looks good
That's
bouncing
wild.
around.
Whatever. It was still judging a competition.
That's so
But
wild.
that makes you Carly's judge for the pageant.
Don't give Jeremy any ideas for full moon, please.
Oh,
That's gonna take a night away from me, and I'll be mad.
boots and bikinis on there.
No.
I'm not going to
No.
lie. Cowboy Bills, when they had their sexy bull riding every Wednesday night, man, it was packed. And it was like
Not
a
a
$500
Thursday night.
cash
What do you-
prize.
what do you mean full moon? We're going to do sexy bull riding at your pageant.
No, we're not.
Did you see, I couldn't even get the whole thing out. She's like, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
Come on. Sexy bull riding at the
No.
pageant.
That's another.
I don't think, I think there's kids going to that one.
no,
I don't-
no.
You can't do the sexy bull
21
riding
up,
with
sexy bull riding.
Well, yeah.
When I
That's
ask you a
that.
question,
I'm all about that
You're
idea.
about sexy. You're the judge.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
And
judging.
I'm going to put on the sexy bull riding and you judge it
All right.
at her competition.
I don't think we can do it. No,
No,
there's kids there.
Kids.
We can't do it at the
You're
competition.
gonna have to do it across the street.
After party.
No, you're gonna do it across the street while my pageant's going on. That's going on across the street.
Same time
They can compete in both.
I want the line dancing competition to go on at that same time
as the sexy bull riding?
as a sexy bull riding.
All right. See,
and the
that
pageant.
would go together. No, you can't do
Well,
it
we
with
got the
pageant.
motorcycle groups next door. I'm in. Get a little crazy out here. Come on.
It was great, man. They had a $500 cash prize. The girls loved it. It'd be
Where do I
packed
sign up?
every Wednesday. Yeah,
This is your judge. Talk about $500 bull ride. This is the judge you want, Karli? Come on.
No, I mean that would be a good start in the pageant world. You know,
It would.
Could you
It's
imagine?
it's a foot in the
Welcome,
door.
Joe, to the pageant. His background is judging bikini contests on bulls. Thank you for coming, Joe.
yeah, sure.
Do
they
I make
wore
it sound
bikinis.
worse than it is?
It's terrible.
The ones that won usually didn't keep the bikini on, but that was a long time ago. The world was different then.
What did they have on, Joe?
They had bottoms.
That was it?
Yeah, pretty much.
What bar was this?
Cowboy Bills?
Where's that at?
It was in Key West. It's closed
Dude,
now. It
we
was a
have
great
got
time.
to go to Key West. Let's do a group trip to Key West. We've talked about this. Like, I think we need to pull the trigger. Would you do a trip to Key West? Like, if,
I'd love it.
If
I'd
we
love
put
to.
together a package that was like X amount of dollars, say $1,500, includes your ride down there, your flight, staying at a house. Like we've talked about renting a couple like large houses down there that has multiple rooms, kind of like an Airbnb, but a step up, and covered your dinners and drinks. Like, would you do that for 15, 18, $2,000, like for like 4 or 5 days?
Be great.
You know, someone's
'Cause you
turning
talk-
40 in a couple months. That would be pretty cool.
I'm
birthday
25.
party.
I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about, but I'm not even close to that.
Just saying, that'd be a fun birthday party for someone if they were turning 40 in June. I'm just saying.
I turned 25
Well-
in August. Like, I mean, that's a
You know, if you wanna throw me
Why
a
are y'all
birthday-
looking at me for your birthday
You want to
party?
throw me a birthday
Actually, I
party
guess-
in Key West? I'm all about it.
Done.
surprise party. We can even have a joint party. It's just a few months apart.
Yeah, do it out.
As long as we can do a beauty pageant and a bull riding naked competition at the same time, because we're going to get a little crazy.
One of the guys that used to own it still owns a bar down there. Casey, we'll come see you at Tattoos and Scars. Bring the bull.
Tattoos and scars?
Plugged.
Yeah.
That sounds like a crazy. Where you going? I'm going to Tattoos and Scars. No, thanks. I'm good.
Really cool place.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of bar?
So you'd think it's a biker bar. It's not. I mean, they have
That's what
biker
I'm thinking.
stuff,
Tattoos
but
and Scars?
no, it's a cool.
Fine dining restaurant called Tattoos and Scars.
Remember Maria from the she did the breast cancer
and the bikes.
thing? Yeah, that's where she works.
But what kind of bar is it?
It's just a cool drinking bar.
But compare it to something. Biker bar, college bar,
It has
sports
some biker
bar.
stuff. It's Key West, so it's if it's a cruise ship in, it's a cruise ship bar. If it's a
So let's plan it. Let's seriously plan it. We're going to bring Karli in on it because she loves it. Loves the planning part of it.
I love
So
it.
let's do it. Let's plan it.
when
Seriously.
we wanted it to be Ernesto's, it was going to be a higher end cocktail bar, but that never happened.
Ernesto's.
Yeah, it was the name of it.
I like it.
But we get to go line dancing one night.
Line dancing at Ernesto's and naked bull riding competition. Great.
I'm sure there's a place to line dance there. I almost guarantee it.
At Cork and Barrel or Natties and Scars or whatever you call
Well,
it.
probably. I don't know if they do. I don't know if they do line dancing, but they might.
We're going to do a bull riding competition.
I'm all about the
Yes.
bull riding competition. I am an experienced judge. I'd be happy to give my 2 cents.
Can you just start doing that on like Monday or Tuesday though?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm interrupting your line dancing.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up line
Last
dancing.
week I was mad.
She gets mad. I kind of feel like I'm in a relationship with Karli. Oh, really? This again? I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Seriously, like
You're taken
I
away
love
from it.
Every week I get a text, usually Monday, Tuesday. Hey, what's line dancing this week? And I'm like, okay, Wednesday we're doing this. Again? Sorry, babe. Call you Monday. Don't be mad at me.
You know how we were talking about a couple episodes ago, how when Trump was on Joe Rogan, it was like 5 hours and like, how does no one go to the bathroom?
You go to the bathroom?
We'll be back after a word from our sponsors because Joe's got to pee.
This episode brought to you by Stir Hospitality.
Go to stirhospitality.com if you are a new restaurant. If you're a restaurant that is not seeing the profits that you used to,
Bar and nightclub.
bar and nightclub too, they will get you back in the black. Stirhospitality.com.